Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Is this your first time on the channel? Welcome. On this channel, you'll find truck and SUV news, cool stories, and reviews of SUVs, including this one, which happens to be probably the most controversial SUV released in the last year. I'm going to tell you about the controversy, I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to tell you whether or not it's actually a good SUV. I'll tell you my 5 good things and the 5 not so good things about this 2020 Chevy Blazer. Let's get started with all that right now. Okay, like I said, this is the most controversial vehicle that Chevy's launched in the last year. Why? It's got a Blazer name on it, A, and B, it's built in Mexico. Really pissed off the UAW. Really pissed them off. But once you set that aside and you start going, okay, so it's using the same name, blah, 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 moving along. And yes, it is built in Mexico. They build a lot of trucks in the United States, so, you know, they build them all over the world. Okay, so you get beyond that, you say, all right, well, this is a 2-row family SUV. I got plenty of cargo room in the back. I got a 3.6-liter V6 up front with a 9-speed automatic transmission down below by my shifter. And I got a pretty comfortable ride. It's a crossover, so it's unibody based, not like the old body on frame. So you do give up some of that off-road capability without having the ride height and the solid axles. You swap that off for the independent suspension and the unibody construction. That means you have a much better ride quality than the prior Blazer, which really isn't comparable to this at all. And you have a pretty smooth riding SUV overall. So on the inside, I gotta say it's pretty nice in here. Now this is the Premier package. It is the highest trim level they offer, so it's got all the bells and whistles inside. I have a 2-tone interior with some red stitching on the dash. It's kind of got a nice slope to it. It's interesting with the seating position. I've played around the seating position several times in the driver's seat, and sometimes I feel like I have a really good viewpoint, and other times I don't feel like I do. So I have a multi-way adjustable front seat, so there's no issues there. I can go up, down, back, forth, lumbar, all sorts of goodness. But I do feel like you have to figure out the seating position on this. It's a little bit interesting because it's such a sleek SUV on the exterior, like I talked about, that it has a really interesting slope with the windshield. And when that windshield is sloped like that, it creates kind of a different place to sit down and view. But once you're inside, it's nice. You have a really good visibility. I do wish there was just a little bit more visibility, but you know, it's a crossover-based SUV, and you're going to give up a little bit to have the sleekness, aerodynamics, so you can get some better fuel economy. Speaking of fuel economy, I have 21 combined, 18 city, 25 highway. I'm currently averaging 20.8 by the Telltale computer, which I've done calibrations before in other Chevy products. I find it to be pretty close, and yeah, I've been driving spiritedly. So I don't know that I get the same fuel economy like you would if you would just drive it around town. And I have done all sorts of combined driving. I've done on the highway at 60, and I've done at driving around town at city speeds. I'm currently doing about 56 miles per hour. I have the adaptive cruise control set, lane departure. I have all this stuff ready to go. Yes, lane departure. Let me double check that. Oh, there it is. Lane departure. Yep, moves me back in the lane. It's like I said, it's a pretty comfortable ride. I'm on some not so great roads. It's not as smooth as the best in class, like say some Hyundai products. I really like how they ride, but it's pretty powerful and pretty, like I said, pretty powerful and pretty smooth. It feels pretty powerful up the line. I tell you, with that 3.6-liter 9-speed, and I don't feel like it's hunting for gears very often. I feel like you put your foot into it and it goes. Okay, let's talk about this interior. Here I am on the driver's side. Yes, there's the steering wheel. There it is, folks. We're going to talk about this dash for a second. It's kind of cool. It's a digital plus mechanical. You can see some mechanical gauges, mixed digital gauges. I think it's a really nice look. I kind of like it. Average fuel economy there is 21.6. Again, I've been driving spiritedly. We have the cruise control settings over here. We have, heated steering wheel too. I really like the heated steering wheel button right here. So you put it over here, and that's a no-go. Here's where you want it. And over here is the Bluetooth, which I've used several times, and different adjustments for the screen here. So we can go digital dash, and time, and oil life, and PSI for the tires, and fuel range, and all sorts of handy stuff. I actually like the digital speedometer the best. Over here, we have the engine start-stop button. We have the auto start on and off. This is for the engine will actually turn off when it's idling, or it's supposed to. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, in my opinion. This you can manually toggle whether you want that feature on or off. It's supposed to save fuel. I don't buy it. Here is the start-stop button here. That's how you turn it on. See? No key. That's the key. No key. That's the key. Here is the screen, and I'll talk more about this in a little bit. But what's interesting about the screen, and what I like about it is it actually splits the rear view mirror, rear view look behind you, so not mirror, that's the mirror. Splits the rear behind you so you can see the car 360 degree around, which uses a set of cameras. There's a camera here, camera there, and camera there, and it patches together a bird's eye view of the vehicle. And then you can see the camera behind you. And then when you're driving forward, you can see you're driving forward. So like you don't drive in your freaking garage. I mean, hello. Let's try these other camera views here so I can kind of, oh look, a little bit more, I guess, fisheye kind of looking stuff. I can zoom and see what's really in front of me. And I can see what's going on. Hey, look, there's my truck over there. And yeah, there is the split view where it shows both sides of the outside of the car. It's really an interesting view. And this would look at the hitch if we had a hitch back there. So kind of some cool cameras there. Oh, and let's see what back here. Oh, this is the line. So when I go like this, I can see the lines now. See? When you go in reverse, I'm teaching you all sorts of stuff today. You go to reverse, you can see the lines, and then maybe I have the option. Sometimes they do. You can see, that's for just a trailer hitch. That's nothing. That's for a full vehicle. What's this? You can take the car off. So I can see that car behind me, or I can see my car too. There you go, kind of cool. There is a glove box button, which you need to open the glove box because there's no handle. So, ta-da, that's how that works. Traction control on and off is there. And we can see the other side. We have a nice kind of blend of the brown and different brown colors. One of the things I find really fascinating about this vehicle is right there. These are the AC and heat vents, HVAC vents, if you will. And it's pretty interesting. I've not seen something this size, except for, I guess, in luxury cars, maybe. Anyways, so you can adjust the heating and cooling controls here. You can control the fan speed here, right? Or you can turn the dial. As you turn it out, it turns down, turn it off. I got to turn this off. It's going to screw up the mic. But you can turn that and actually adjust the temperature. Kind of cool. This is a wireless charger, and then there's some USBs there. This is the old school. This is new school. I should put this in gear. Yeah, there's a shifter. Cool bow tie on it, and the red stitching that's carried around. So red stitching. All right, and then we have the all-wheel drive button. I have a race mode when I want to beat the cops. I mean when I want to drive fast, and I have mountain kind of snow and ice control trailer, and this is two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive, I should say in this case. Lane departure, and then parking assist. If those sensors are frozen over or they're dirty because you haven't washed your car in a while, you can turn it off there. That actually is an important feature. A couple cup holders there, and then we come over here. I kind of like the stitching here too. This is nice interior. Again, this is the Premier package, the most expensive package you can find in this. They'll get different packages. And so we have some USBs down there as well. And an SD card, because, you know what, I've never used an SD card in any of these vehicles. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop in the back and take a look at those seats back there. Oh, wait. I got to show this. We have the powered seat, or powered steering wheel, nice. So, up, down, and then does it telescope? Let's find out. Oh, look at that. Telescoping and power raising steering wheel. I like it. Okay, moving from the front, which we can see we have the sill plate with the Chevrolet on it. Looks kind of nice. To the back, with no sill plate. Wonk, wonk. Anyways, we have the two-tone back here as well. We'll hop in these seats. And we have USBs back there, and we have AC vents and heated vents. Cool. Have a AC adapter there as well. And it's nice because it's not like a cigarette lighter. It's actually just the plug. That's a cool feature. There is our side door. Okay, and this one looks like dirty. Sorry, I got it dirty at the farm. Anyways, this is the rear, and you can see my golf clubs always are in here. This is good visual. I have my cart in there too, and my shoes. This is, I'm going to pull this out for a second, and I'll show you this. Kind of a handy storage option here. So I have some slide rails, and I can split my cargo area. So this, but I think I press and it moves. And I do the same thing the other side. And I press. Oh, I gotta turn it because it's locked, unlocked. Or I turn it the other way. There we go. Right. There. And then you turn it to lock it. So, What's nice about this is, like, I was getting groceries and I had a picture frame, and I was able to put my picture frame up there and not have it slide around the groceries. So I was able to separate things out. It's kind of nice. You know, milk, eggs, that kind of stuff, and then other groceries down here. So, yeah, liking that one. Anyways, we have a side rail here and side little pockets. So you have some storage there as well. And we have a spare tire down there. Yeah, that's the rear cargo area. Let's go ahead and close the hatch. Close the hatch, Captain. Going down, going down, going down. And there we go. And it closes. Let's go check out the engine. Okay, this is a 3.6 liter VVT, variable valve timing engine. We can see it sitting in the holder here. Made it to a 9-speed transmission. Real quick, we have oil. Look at this. This is so cool. I've years and years been doing this job and never seen an automaker actually do this. We have the check oil dipstick here and the fill oil right here. Jesus Christ, look how simple that is. Right there. I don't know why it's so hard for other automakers not to do that, but that is a thumbs up for me. All right, over here we have the air box. Change the air filter over there. Let's see, we have back here, we have, I always get these confused. We have power steering and we have an overflow tray, looks like, for the antifreeze, and people always want to tell me I'm doing these things wrong. So let's see. Let's look right at it. Clean filter, filler, remove seal, .3 fluid. So this is brake fluid right there. This is more antifreeze. And so I don't see a power steering, so this may have electronic power steering. Over here, we have the windshield wiper fluid holder. Yeah, right there. See, that's easy. And battery there. So yeah, it's all kind of nice over here. Easy to get to. A little bit of room working this engine. I don't know that you really want to work in these down there. Looks like the spark plugs are a little bit of a challenge to get to. But I think overall, that's what it looks like. That's the 3.6 liter V6 variable valve timing. There is actually technically a little bit more storage here for the passenger side, for like a purse or something. But that'd be a really tiny purse. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what you use that for. Just trash bin maybe? I'm not sure. So let's go through my 5 good things and 5, well, not so good things about this SUV. So number 1 on the good things is I kind of like the style of it. I know the front end is a little controversial to some people, and the sleekness is a little controversial, but I think it's a sharp-looking SUV. My neighbor actually has one. I see it every day, driving back and forth. I think they've done a really good job with the styling on that. Number 2 is interior styling. I know Chevy takes a lot of grief on some of the interior styling. I think this is pulled together pretty well. I like the light tans. I like the dark chromes. I like the accents. They did a good job with the styling of this to match the exterior styling. So a midnight kind of color out on the outside. And I think that those kind of work together, and I think it has a really good view. Number 3 I like it's different. Like it's the interior, like I showed you with the HVAC system with the big, huge vents and fans. I just feel like it's just a different look to it, and I like it. I like that different look to it. It's not like everything else you see in the marketplace, and they've done a good job. And speaking of offline, yeah, it's really all right, lost my train of thought there. Number 4 is going to be just, I like the knobs, I like the buttons, everything is symmetrical with Chevy. They do a good job with having, like in the trucks, they do what we call piano keys. It's just a line of keys, everything's nice, kind of light out, and it makes sense. It's all within reach, it's easy to get to, and it works really well. And number 5 is going to be the rear cargo area. I've got golf clubs back there, I put groceries back there, I put all sorts of stuff back there, and you fold down the seats, and you got plenty of room in this SUV. I have no qualms with that at all. Now, let's get to the things that, well, not so great. Okay, starting number 1 of my not so great things, I'm going to pick on their center screen here with the infotainment screen. I like the idea of it. I like the shape of it. I like how it folds in the dash pretty well, but I think more other competitors in class, they do a better job on that screen placement. The screen is more interactive. There's more features to it. The screen's larger. It's easier to read. I think it's just they do a better job with that infotainment screen. And it's a chintzy thing, but I've been driving this, and I drove a Highlander earlier this week, and I really noticed a difference when I hopped back and forth between the two on which one was brighter, which one gave me more features, which one just looked newer. I think this one just is not going to age that well. I think it's going to become very old looking very quickly. Number 2 thing I don't really care about this, and again, this is Timism, it's a little picky, but I got 2 cup holders here in the center area, And then the doors have this really interesting tray, and the tray could be like for change or I guess something in there. But the problem with that door is you can't really fit another cup down below in the door panel itself. It really is maybe a can of pop or something, but it's really hard to fit additional water bottles and things in this vehicle. And so if you're planning on doing some road tripping with it, I think you're going to run some issues on making sure you have enough cup holders for everybody to be satisfied. Number 3, along with cup holders, I think there's a lack of storage. So like this center storage area is pretty small. There's not much storage elsewhere in the doors. There's not like a place underneath the phone charger I have. I know they can't always put one below this wireless charging because of how thick the pad is, but I don't feel like there's enough storage in here. I feel like somebody who's got like a purse with a woman with having kids and having a diaper bag and things, it's always going to end up in the passenger seat because there's not enough room for some storage going on. I don't have a whole lot of placement. I have one spot for the sunglass holder, no other storage there. I have one little spot for the glove box, but I don't feel like there's enough storage in here, enough unique placement for stuff. Like this could be deeper, center console could be deeper, there could be more opportunities for better storage. Number 4, and this is going to be a little picky on them, but one of the things I like about the current generation of trucks and also the Tahoe and Suburban will have as well is they have a new camera system for the rear view mirror, and that you can press the button, it turns the camera behind you into it's like a video game look in that mirror. So if you have passengers in this vehicle, if you have luggage in the back, if you're doing a long road trip, you can still use the rear view mirror by using a camera system that puts the image on the screen. And I think for $48,000 this SUV should have that option as standard in this trim level with everything going on. I feel like that's not missed opportunity to use existing technology they already offer to put it in this model. And number 5, again, I'm going to pick on this model and I'm going to pick on this vehicle in a way, and you guys are going to comment below on how awful you don't like this, but there's a glove box button. There's a glove box button, and I don't understand it. It just kind of disconnect for me. It's like, why would you put a glove box button up there? Why not just put a handle and glove box? Why do we have to go somewhere with buttons? You know, I like the layout of the buttons because they have the HVAC system. That you got to have those buttons for that, fine. The dial is interesting when you turn on the fence. I get those buttons. I get them, okay, fine. But why in the heck would you have a glove box button? Just give me a handle. All I want is a handle. All right, there you go. There's my 5 good things and 5 not so good things about this 2020 Chevy Blazer. Like I said, if you're going to be out shopping for this, I think this is a good option. If you need something a little bit bigger than Chevy Equinox, but you don't need the 3 rows of Traverse. You know, this is a little bit smaller size than Traverse, a little sleeker, and you still have good cargo room in the back. It's a pretty interesting offering from Chevy. This vehicle is class getting bought like crazy. It's one of the hottest segments in the marketplace. People just like the bigger size of this without having to be so crammed in the smaller SUV and still have the cargo room behind to carry stuff and the kids. But you don't necessarily, like I said, need that 3rd row. So it's a good option if you're out there in the marketplace. So hey, make sure you check out this other review right here. It's interesting as well if you're in the market for these kind of sized vehicles. And also make sure you check us out on pickuptrucktalk.com. Those 3 words again, Pickup Truck Talk, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us there. Trust me, type it in. I've done it. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.